Welcome to the 2018 Fortitude Salute to First Responders. I'm Mike Landis.
And I'm Deborah Takahara from KWGN Channel 2 News. On this Labor Day, we invite you to join us in honoring first responders who serve the community of Fort Collins and the great state of Colorado.
Now please turn your attention to Ram Vision to learn more about today's tribute.
We all know Labor Day and its significance. It's got more than a 125-year history of recognizing Labor Day, understanding that the American worker built this country.
So this is a time where we get to recognize the American worker, but specifically pay tribute or give a salute to first responders and those folks who are in public safety, who serve us in our police, fire, and EMS roles in all of our communities.
Considering 9/11 is so close, what's happening now in Houston with all the focus on these heroes and first responders. They serve us selflessly and they don't get enough recognition. So we want to contribute to recognize these important people in our society.
Today we're honored to have you join us in our salute to first responders in recognition of their service to our communities in the public service and public safety ranks.
Today we have the Fort Collins Police Honor Guard, established in 2000. Now the Guard is led by Detective Adam Braun. Accompanying him is Officer Mark Cutter, Officer Aaron Westby, and Detective Dustin Weir.
Please rise for the arrival of the Honor Guard and the presentation of the American flag. Our national anthem will be performed by Colorado State University Communications Coordinator Tony Pfeiffer. Tony is a Fort Collins native and grew up cheering for the Rams.
No, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave, nor the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Tony. Historically, on Labor Day, our nation has paid tribute to the American worker. The celebration of Labor Day is expanded to also include a celebration of community, family, and friends. It also signifies the end of summer. Today, we also recognize those who work diligently, often in harm's way, to keep our communities safe. In addition, today, we remember those who lost their lives in the line of duty. We honor the first responders on our streets who rescue us when we need help, often confronted by danger, and they comfort us in the face of tragedy.
Today, we are honoring Colorado's law enforcement and remembering the 3 deputies who were killed in the line of duty in 2018. Please direct your attention to Ram Vision.
In 2018, 10 Colorado law enforcement officers were shot and 3 were killed in the line of duty during 3 separate incidents involving 5 departments. Deputy Zach Parrish was killed December 31, 2017 in Highlands Ranch while responding to a disturbance call. He gave up a career in banking to follow his passion and become a law enforcement officer in Castle Rock. He was known for his energy, courage, and enjoyment of life. As an officer, he was always calm during difficult situations. His family remembers him with the motto, "Go Blue, live like Zach." Deputy Heath Gum was killed January 24, 2018, outside of Thornton during a dispute with a suspect. In 2013, he joined the patrol division and quickly became a shift leader. Deputy Gum was known for his sense of humor and compassion for those he served. He's remembered as a loving husband, son, brother, and dedicated deputy. Deputy Micah Flick was killed February 5, 2018, while he and other officers were investigating a stolen vehicle in Colorado Springs. At the time, he was assigned to a regional auto theft task force. He never wanted to be anything but a law enforcement officer. His family will always remember him as a man who loved God and dedicated himself to serving those around him. He is remembered as a hero who willingly laid down his life for his friends. Today, the Fortitude 10K would like to pay our respects to these fallen officers and show our support for law enforcement officers and first responders who put their lives on the line every day to protect and serve their communities.
And now we'd like to take a moment of silence to reflect and remember these officers and all first responders who have died in the line of duty. With us today is the family Deputy Micah Flick, his brother-in-law, Chris Brown. On behalf of the Fortitude 10K, we'd like to present you with this memorial back bib honoring the life of your brother-in-law, as well as the other brothers in blue who have laid down their lives in sacrifice and service of their communities. May Micah always be remembered for his courage, service, and honor. Thank you for joining us today.
After the tragic deaths of the deputies here in Colorado, Channel 2, along with Safeway, teamed up with Shield 616, an organization that provides first responders with gear to protect them in an active shooter situation. Please direct your attention now to Ram Vision.
So the story of Shield 616 actually goes back to December of 2007, when as a Colorado Springs police officer, I was involved in the New Life active shooter. And if you fast forward to 2015, I was also involved in the Black Friday Planned Parenthood active shooter. When you have your brothers and sisters in blue being shot, and unfortunately being killed, you know, for me, it just was laid on my heart to do something different. Our community expects us to protect you from whatever situation, and yet if it's involving a rifle, we have no protection against that threat. So for the last 2.5 years, we've made it our mission to better protect our law enforcement. The way we go about doing it is we want to rally the local community around their officers. So a lot of people don't realize that when you see a police officer in uniform, they wear what's called a soft vest underneath their uniform, and they wear it all day long, and it protects them against handgun calibers, but it's going to do nothing against a rifle caliber. And so what we provide is a kit that they can rapidly throw on over their uniform if the situation warrants it. First item that we provide is obviously a vest carrier, and what this is what goes over the uniform, and this is what carries the rifle-rated armor on the inside. They're lightweight plates, and that's what's actually going to stop the rifle bullets. The next thing that we provide is a ballistic helmet. And then the last thing that we provide is a gunshot wound trauma kit. And it's called an ITAC, an individual trauma kit. So this gear is very expensive, and it has to be replaced every 5 years. So that's why most agencies across the country cannot afford this. The police kit costs $1,400. And then for the fire kit, it's $2,000, because we also have to include a soft vest for them. This is a problem across the whole country, from the smallest agencies to the biggest agencies. This is something that we as a community can truly be a blessing to the local law enforcement and provide something potentially life-saving. We do what we call a vest presentation, where we'll have all the gear that's been donated, we line it up in front of the room, and we invite the officers who are receiving them, we invite the officer's family to come with them, but we invite the donors. And so the donor gets to come to this, and they get to see exactly where their money went, but they also get to see their officer receive the gear, and they're gonna have a chance to meet them. They're gonna have a chance to shake that officer's hand, or in a lot of cases, get a hug or give a hug. And so for law enforcement, they're always trying to find ways to better interact with their community, and you know, we're doing that, and we're being very intentional about that. And it's not just, hey, support your law enforcement as a whole. You're going to get to support a very specific individual, and to have every officer have that, it really is powerful. We are so grateful for Fortitude to allow us to be part of this event and really impact the law enforcement officers up in that area.
Joining us now is Shield 616 founder and president, Jake Skifstad. Jake will be presenting 6 Colorado State University police officers with active shooter protective gear.
Good morning. In behalf of my entire team, we would like to thank Fortitude for allowing us this opportunity to donate these active shooter kits to 6 Colorado State University police officers that are here with us today. Fortitude is not only allowing us to facilitate this vest presentation, but we're so excited that they participated and also donated one of these kits to one of these officers. As mentioned, the goal of Shield 616 relies on the community involvement, no matter how small the donation or how big. This past May, Safeway launched a 1-month giving campaign where 120 Safeway and Albertson stores across 5 states did a fundraising campaign. This campaign raised $222,000 for Shield 616. The 4 Safeway stores located in Fort Collins community raised enough to provide the other 5 active shooter kits that you see here with me today. Let's give Safeway, Channel 2, and Fortitude a big round of applause for their effort in supporting law enforcement and our first responders. Each of these kits cost $1,400, and if an officer or their agency tried to purchase this gear on their own, the costs would be much higher. This armor is the best level of protection for these officers who serve and protect our communities. Joining the officers are Fort Collins Safeway store managers Gary Rickert, Bob Curtis, Channel 2's Deborah Takahara, as well as Fortitude race director Cliff Mosley. As these officers' sponsors, not only do they provide the financial support in providing this gear, but they're also encouraged to develop a relationship with these officers and give support as they serve their communities. The 6 Colorado State University officers receiving the gear today are Corporal Ben Peterson, Officer D. Allen, Officer Jeff Getz, Officer Vince Moffitt, Officer Mike Lohman, and Officer Derek Smith. Let's give these officers a big round of applause for the commitment in keeping Colorado State University safe. We have been told many times from family members of the officers receiving this equipment that they worry a little bit less. The gear does not completely remove that fear, but it does reduce it. Shield 616 has been blessed to outfit over 2,000 officers with life-saving gear over the past 2 years. While we are proud of how many officers we've been able to protect, we still have many more officers in northern Colorado that need this same protection at this moment. You all have an opportunity to protect an officer's life and be instrumental in encouraging, praying for, and uplifting an officer on a regular basis. Again, there is no donation too small or a donation too big. If you feel led to donate or want to learn more about our program, you can visit us at shield616.org. Let's give these guys one more round of applause for keeping us safe and taking care of our communities. Thank you so much.
We want to thank Shield 616 for the life-saving work that they're doing in our communities and the life-changing work they do as well. Let's hear it again for Colorado State University Police Department and Shield 616.
And now we invite everyone to look to the sky as we welcome members of the Mile High Skydiving Demo Team into the stadium. First up is the CSU flag, joining and celebrating Fort Collins and Colorado State University. The Colorado State University flag is carried by Travis Annemeyer. Travis is a graduate of CSU and a Fort Collins resident. We invite all CSU students, alum, faculty, and staff to stand and cheer on the Rams.
Ladies and gentlemen, now entering the stadium very shortly, the First Responder Heritage Flag, created with a single bar of color to represent law enforcement, fire emergency medical services, and dispatch. The first responder heritage flag is carried by Cody Irby, and we invite all first responders to stand.
One call away, I'll be there to save the day. Superman got nothing on me. I'm only one call away. You know you're not alone, I'm only one call away. I'll be there to save the day. Superman got nothing on me. I'm only one call away. I'll be there to save.
The American flag carried by Gary Mancuso, the nation owing a special thanks to men and women who have paid the ultimate sacrifice in our country's defense. Let us all stand in honor of Old Glory.
From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And
What a perfect landing and a perfect way to end the day. That concludes our salute, and we thank you for joining us here today. We hope you had a wonderful race and a wonderful salute here at CSU Stadium. We'll see you again next year. Happy Labor Day.
Happy Labor Day.